guys, what's going on? So got another video for you today. Thank you for joining me. So I'm going to start the process of tearing down this Yamaha 225 TXRT. This is the original motor that came with the boat that I have, the Pro Line walk around. That it blew a head gasket. I don't know if you can see it down in there, but there's definitely some carnage. And this was the piston that came out of it. It is just completely destroyed. We obviously know what happened and why it happened. I'll show you the head. So this is the cylinder that it blew on. I don't know exactly where it blew, but you can see there's no carbon in there, so water was getting in there for a little while. This one was starting to go, and this one was okay, but it eventually it had enough. So that's what happened to the piston. It broke the wrist pin and just slapped around in the block until the guy that previously owned it before me shut it off. So reason I'm going to do this, basically a couple different reasons. Number one, I'm pretty much going to have to part this thing out. There's not a really big market for these because they are getting old, and these things are gas hogs, especially at $5.62 a gallon for non-ethanol fuel. Really not worth putting much money into these things at all when there's a 4-stroke repower option, obviously, like I did. So we're gonna see what this thing's made of, and what basically I'm gonna just take all the parts off of this thing that I can and put them on eBay and see if somebody out there's gotta want these things. I asked the dealer what they should do with this thing. They said scrap it. So pretty much what I'm going to do at this point, I'm going to take every part I can off this thing that is salvageable and try to get something out of it. I hate to just send the whole thing to the scrap yard when I know there's good parts in this. But with that being said, I'm pretty much just going to time lapse a lot of this breakdown. I've obviously got the cherry picker on here for a little bit of a safety reasons, but here we go. I'm going to start breaking this thing down. Okay, as you can see, I got pretty much all the external stuff off: the carburetors, the ignition system, the oil tank, fuel pump, the fuel pumps. There are 3 of them right here. There's a primary pump, and then there's this pumps that actually pump it to the carburetor itself. I think what it does, it mixes the fuel with the oil. I would really like to pull this power head off. In order to do that, I'm gonna have to take some of these covers off and get to the bolts underneath it so I can lift it up. Can't really decide which way I'm gonna go with this, because either I do that or I don't have any place to put anything. So probably just gonna leave everything where it's at right now and just get this flywheel off, get this back or front half of the engine, or depending on which way you're looking at it, off, and go from there. All right, here we go. All right, we got one side off. You can see the reed valves here. I mean, they've got a lot of metal on them. And down here, where that cylinder was, all sorts of metal shavings coming out of here. Looks going pretty well. I was gonna keep on going. I'm gonna do this side and then do the back half of the crankcase and see if we can't get that off. All right, we are back about 2 days later, and I have decided to get this power head off of the rest of the unit. This has actually been a little bit harder than I anticipated it being, but a real quick scenario of what I've done: remove these 2 covers. There's a couple bolts here, a couple long ones that went up here, a couple that went right here, here, and here, and a couple that were over here. So yeah, this is finally came loose, so I'm gonna get to lift it up and put it on the table now. So here we go. Good thing I wore that eye protection. Probably should really get the proper bolts for that thing, and I don't have it. too terribly bad. You know, no obvious signs of carnage. We will have to get these rod caps off and go from there. So, all right, here we go with that. Well, this block is junk because we got a big hole right here. I'm pretty sure that's not supposed to be there. Kind of really didn't care about tearing this thing apart if I damaged anything, broke bolts or whatever. So, well, that's it. This thing's probably going to go to the scrap yard. I don't really have anything plans for it. And like I said, these things are not really worth fixing because they're starting to be hard to come by, and they're just not worth it when you can just put a 4-stroke on and go from there and get a heck of a lot more gas mileage or better fuel consumption anyway. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna probably post what I can on eBay to get rid of it, and if not, it will go to the scrap. All right, 50 bucks, 200 pounds at 25 cents a pound. That's not bad. So it was worth it. Cool. So anyway, all right, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next one.